major companies, which they own, like 3 private companies, they have 4% of the market share, maybe 6, you can say hypothetically, you have some owner operator. They are willing to get that deal done any cost. They are pushing this bill, marketing for it on TV, to senators, congressmen, but the rest of the 96, or you could say 94%, has not even been considered. Nobody even have any kind of question. We are not even part of this whole conversation. Hey, what about you guys? Doing $78 billion revenue, what do you guys want? What do you think is good for your safety? I mean, we have been bragging last 15 years. Hey, we need more rest areas. I mean, look at Pennsylvania, New Jersey. We can't even park on the ramp anymore. I mean, God forbid, we can't even sleep for 30 minutes. If you sleep for 30 minutes, poor guy gets a ticket. He gets a ticket. Am I wrong? No.
That's right.
So
besides the ticket, there's violations as far as the truck. You're going to get inspected.
So our life is so limited from point A to point B, just like a train goes here and there. And now even that, the ATA doesn't like it, that we're still surviving and still taking a breath to our kids. And now they want to control that. And the biggest thing is 96% market, which has not even been touched by any lawmaker. No Fmcsa. We were protesting in front of Fmcsa last 2 days, and we've been telling them, hey, what about us guys? We pay $50,000 every month in fuel taxes, each truck does. And after all the tax, we pay federal excise tax. Anything ATA does pay in taxes, we pay 96 times more. How come their voice get listened? Because they're a big group and they have some lobbyists and we don't have it. So we are coming here. If you guys need a lobbyist from us to tell you that if you don't want to talk to your constituents, let us know what you guys need. We're not here to ask. We are asking you, what do you guys need from us to listen to us? Because our voice have not been heard. We've been bragging on our temples. I mean, look, we come from a poor country. We came from persecution from Indian government back in 1984. We were genocided. We came in this country to get refuge, like, hey, America's willing to open the door. Now we're thinking, hey, this same thing happened to us back home. We were killed by 98% population, majority Hindu government, and we came here, we got asylum, we got families established here, we brought everybody here. Now the same thing happening to us. That's why our level, everybody still can't wrap their head around, like, how come that can happen 5,000 miles away? In the same way. Way we thinking at it, hey, we've been telling everybody, we go vote for them guys, we support them, we bring them to our temples, we take them to our parades, we take them, say, hey, let's come to our parade. And every time we go to see that guy or call them, we get automated response. I mean, we are humans, we need a human response, like that's why we drove our semis, cars, I mean, everybody left for work. And while we're sitting here, everybody's losing almost $400 or $500 a day business, plus the revenue they're gonna lose. Plus the profit they were willing to lose, just to tell you, like, hey, could you guys listen to us? We're not against any regulation, but regulation has to have some kind of industry input. And if somebody's taking ATA's input as industry input, we don't see that, because they're not even represented, they don't represent our interests. They represent corporate America's interest, which is only, if you can say they have 70% market, we won't even come here. We say they're the majority. That's okay. If majority wants it, we are out of it. And they're minority. Minority corporation has more leverage than majority Democratic people. They have independent, they are honest. Look at everybody's record, not even have one speeding ticket in 20, 30 years. And they are being strapped by this ELD device, which they don't want. We don't want it. And any law enforcement, go to local justice system. Somebody got a DUI, what happens? Judge said, hey, you was drinking and driving, 6-month probation. I'm going to put an ankle monitor on your head, so go ahead, 6-month probation. If you do everything right, come back and we'll see if you want to take it off. If there's any violation in the industry, any safety violation, the procedure should be safe. Hey, whoever did it, they will be punished for that. Why blame the rest of the 96%? And on the safety statistic, all the corporate companies, they are completely liable for 60% fatalities in the last 25 years. We get audited every year. Every single owner-operator gets pretty much audited every year for the HOS, for the fuel receipts, for the revenue. The major companies called Swift, last audit they have by Fmcsa was 1992. And we have talked to Fmcsa, what is your guideline to go ahead and audit them? How come they just fly under the radar for what, 25 years? 25 years you're talking about, nobody even went to the office. Because they're saying, we are so huge, our criteria for safety does not fall under the 8 Fmcsa rules. And that company is willing to do more safety, which they are responsible. Over 85% of major violations are done by 4%. They're responsible for it. We have a fact, you can Google it, and you can go on Fmcsa website, they tell you owner-operators crash. On the revenue side, our revenue is 3 times more. Because we have zero downtime. Efficient, everybody's a mechanic. They don't take the trucks. We don't claim like, all the, monkey stuff on our trucks, like, oh, this and that. Everybody stays on the note, because we live in a poverty. We know what the value of the money is. And this is what they're against. This is like, how come these people are surviving? We have put so many regulations on them. And this is the last one. Now, what you're thinking, if it would be only regulations, no big deal. Regulation, like, hey, speed limit got cut, that's okay, Congress passed it. But when you're taking somebody's privacy, somebody's freedom, just hypothetically, I'm telling anybody, or it may be you, your boss puts a camera on your head, this is the time you gotta go to sleep. I mean, the humans, we're born different. Everybody's, if you tell them time to sleep, time to go, and the things we're getting, population, traffic is getting worse every day, it's not getting better. And you put in more restriction on a guy besides fix it, anything else when it needs to be fixed, there's already shortage on every state. We have taught, we started in Iowa the day, and we just came to every single law enforcement we spoke with. What they're saying, they said, man, I have no idea how this thing is getting passed. We don't even have any idea how we're going to enforce it.